everyone, welcome back to my latest 1000 IQ trapping video. Today I'll be doing a bunch of my 1000 IQ traps. Most of them are just the same. I just kind of walk my leader through the middle of the map. Another one is just a one where I just kind of give it to my ult and basically get people to burn my ult and have my leader walk back, and then it gets people to hit me. So this guy is actually going to be speeding up. This is an 11k hero guy. He mistimed that because he was trying to get it right as my hero came back. He got there a couple seconds before that, so he would have messed up if I wasn't a trap, so it doesn't really matter for him then because it hit me and I basically took 0 damage, I believe, from that cab blast. Yeah, there's no one in my infirmary, so that 200,000 blast didn't get through my wall, or at least didn't get to my troops. There is 2 more people actually going to be attacking me right now. We're both also sending tier 2 cav. Tier 2 cav is kind of the thing I get hit by the most, I think. It's because it's basically their fastest troops, because all they're trying to do is farm my castle. They're trying to get my leader. So what they're doing is basically sending this. Actually, it was 300,000. So they sent 300,000 in, yeah, it didn't get through my wall. I still have half my wall there. I'm going to switch to Cav here. I'm not going to switch my War Gear because I want to see if someone will do a follow-up attack. That's what I'm usually hoping for, because usually after they waste their tier 2, they're like, hey, there's people in this castle. So actually there's 1 or 2 things that happen. One's going to be a rally, which happens a lot. The other 2 will, the second will be a follow-up attack with the leader, or just tier 4 or something a little stronger, because that one also did nothing as well. So I think he got to my wall in the 375,000 tier 2, but looks like someone also knows it's me as well there. So we'll take a look at what happened there. Yeah, so there's 375,000. I mean, the gear doesn't really matter because he didn't really send his heroes, but he did actually send his what's called familiars. So he sent actually gold heroes and familiars there, just not like the leader. So the gear doesn't matter if unless he sends his leader there. But yeah, so the other guy was the 11k hero guy. Both of them, none of them followed up or did a follow-up attack. I think they tried to just probably do a rally or something then. And I usually just end up shielding and shutting off the recorder because there's no point in me recording me shielding for a rally, because I don't even wait till the timer's down. There's like a minute left in the rally. I'll just shield and just move on to the next trap. So I'm basically actually in the same spot for this one. But this is probably many hours later, seeing who will actually hit me, because these Wonder Wars in these Titan Kingdoms go on for a long time, so you can actually do this multiple times at different hours of the day, and people won't know it's you because not the same people are always on. So I'm going to be getting scouted a ton here. 1 attack is coming in, but that's actually Loot. Loot is actually a friend, so he knows what's going on. He's just joking around, sending 1 siege at me. So, but this TR guy did not know it was me, actually, so this is going to be Max Power is going to be coming in for an attack here. We'll see what he sends on his first attack. Yeah, the other attack is just a 1 troop from Loot. So he's just going to be sending a farming attack here to some siege and other stuff. So this attack is nothing to really worry about. It will do a little bit of damage because the siege will actually hit me no matter what. But yeah, he only did like 1,000 damage, so that's not a big thing or anything like that. So we'll see if he does a follow-up attack with his leader or not. That's what you got to be watching out for in this attack, is that follow-up with the leader. Looking at his gear, he's not super strong, so even if you send his leader, it's not too bad. I might have to switch my War Gear if I'm not already in my War Gear. A lot of these times I'll be doing it in my construction gear, speed up gear, random gear, sometimes with nothing on. You'll actually see one of the clips where I just had literally no gear on. So this is going to be a tier 4 attack. No leader in that one, so I don't have to worry about that either. Leaderless attacks are really, really easy, so you don't have to really worry about doing anything with those. Well, I mean, at least if you have my comp. If you have a weaker comp, you might have to switch your War Gear, but I don't bother switching my War Gear unless they're sending a leader and they're a good, basically have really good gear or something like that. A lot of times, even if they have like gold and mythic gear, I wouldn't even bother unless they're like full mythic or something like that, because I probably need the attack to get through the full mythic, whereas just like normal gold and mythic, I don't actually need my what's called gear or anything like that to take him out. As long as I have my leader back and have my talents and all that, it's usually good enough. You can see he sent 2 attacks, and then they decided to send a double rally on me, which I'll end up shielding, because like I said, I don't play around with rallies in Titan Kingdoms. Not something I'm going to worry about. There's no point, because I can't take the rally, and there's no point in me just wasting my time. Might as well just shield, move away. That way people just don't actually see you as much as well, because sometimes if you get rallied, the guild will be like, oh, look, someone's rallying this guy. I shouldn't hit this guy, obviously. So usually it's better just to shield right away, have them cancel the rally, you go away, and then maybe the rest of their guild doesn't see that you're a trap or something like that. And then you can live the trap another day, especially in this one, like I said, Wonder Wars, where you can trap multiple times in the same place, at least at different times a day. So if you don't pull too much attention to you, you can actually trap more people in the same guild. So yeah, so I end up shielding there too. So same thing, same Wonder Wars. I'm just sitting in a different spot this time. I sent my leader through the middle. It's walking back to me right now. So we'll see who decides to actually port next to me and see who decides to actually try and hit me. So usually I'm not posting a clip here unless someone hits me. So you kind of know that someone's going to hit me on this one. It actually happens a lot. I would say, like, if people are online, 80% of the time I get hit. The other times they know who I am. So this is going to be FU Lone Wolf is going to be posting or porting next to me. We'll see if they send an attack. Yeah, they're going to be sending a mix attack. So I'm not even going to bother switching to my gear. Even looking at his gear, you saw what his gear was. You saw his leader and all that. But a 250,000 mix attack, not something I need to switch to my gear. And I think actually I had no gear on at this one. Yeah, this is the one where I have 0 gear on. So my fake gear is literally not having any gear on. So my name is Quitter By. So I basically took all my gear off and was like, we'll see what happens on this one. See if someone realizes it's a trap or not. But I mean, obviously after I cap someone, people know it's a trap. Well, some people don't actually look at you sometimes and they'll still attack you. But yeah, got my max sigil gear, and I'll show you my max sigil gear if you guys are kind of wondering what I'm talking about here. But yeah, this is the Lone Wolf there, 250,000, only injured, what was it, like 30,000 of my troops, so not very much. Yeah, his familiars aren't amazing or anything like that, but yeah, 30,000 troops, that was it that he injured. That's about right for what's called a tier 250,000 attack, because 250,000 attacks are not going to do too much to me. I really don't worry about 250 attacks on no matter what's going on, gear on or whatever. I mean, unless it was like a Titan, but usually Titan will go in 375. Very, very rarely will you see a Titan go 250,000, because they'll spend the gems that go the extra 375. Yeah, and then that guy obviously saw what happened, so he's laughing about it. He doesn't know me. I don't think I think he just saw that was happening, and he saw the guy get capped, so he was kind of laughing about that. So this is the other one. So my ult is actually next to me. I didn't actually get the recorder on when it happened, but the guy hit my ult. My leader was in my ult, so my leader just walks next to me right back to my base, and then usually what will happen is this. Someone will see that, they'll be like, oh, there was a leader released there, I better go and try and steal the leader from the guy next to him, and he'll speed up here. I'm just going to switch over to my cab. I'm already in my war gear. He's not sending a leader to attack, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to reduce the healing cost here by switching to cav, and then switch back to infantry, because that's what you should do every single time. You should never be sitting in cav. It doesn't work out very well. Sometimes if you might forget you're in cav and all of a sudden a range hit will hit you and you'll be like, oh, there's a lot of troops dead and it's not really what I wanted. So yeah, and you can actually see from what's in my infirmaries, I know he has tier 5 familiars because they're my backline ranges in my infirmaries, and the only way for that to happen would be those tier 5 auto damage. But yeah, his leaderless attack obviously didn't do too much, but the 375 did basically as much as that previous guy's it's called actual attack, but with 250,000. So that's the difference. Like a 250,000 with the leader is like almost comparable to a 375 without leader. So that's kind of what you're looking at. That's why 250 is not really worrisome, because the troops just die way too quickly. They don't do enough damage or anything like that with the 250. So if you're going to be attacking someone, do a 375. It works so much better. Yeah, you can see this guy's familiar is a little better. He does have the tier 5 familiar right at the end here, yeah. But it's not a max tier 5 familiar, but it's still a tier 5 familiar, so it's still doing damage to your backline. So yeah, but either way, a leaderless attack's not going to do too much to me, especially if I can actually switch my Phalanx to the right Phalanx and I can counter his attack. So yeah, so that was pretty easy, that one. You can see what's on my wall there, the range and all that. And actually, Pint actually has some really good gear, so if you actually went in for an attack, it would have did a little bit of damage. So I would have been interested to see how much he actually would have did. But again, my leader's walking back here, and then CG7CG, this is during KVK. So I actually have another video after this with more KVK stuff. This video would have been like 30 minutes long if I put it all in, so I'm going to make it into 2 videos. So that one will be coming out next week probably, so keep an eye out for that one. Yeah, so he's going in. I switched over to cav, switched back to infantry there. Captures the leader pretty easily. He only did 14,000. He didn't have very many infirmaries, so he had 162,000 dead there. Infirmaries were a little full, but he wasn't expecting me to actually have troops, so he went in for the cab blast. Didn't work out too well for him. I ended up capping his leader. Then his guildmates decided to port next to me, but they didn't actually end up doing too much. They just kind of sat there twiddling their thumbs and be like, oh, should we go in for it? Should we not? I wasn't sure if they're going to gangbang me or something like that. That is something that they will do, but It depends on the guild, because I was actually getting posted in global. I guess someone else saw my leader walking back, and all of a sudden they just started pirating me a bunch. So, oh, this guy's not even the same guild. This is a different guild. I guess they're just trying to see if I had any troops. Some people are smart, actually, with this 1000 IQ trap. They will pirate you to see if you have troops. But this one, all they were getting was my ballistas. So basically, in this video, they killed like half my ballistas. I was like, ah, damn it! Now I got to rebuild all my siege, because I mean, if they're hitting my range, usually I don't have to rebuild it because I have a lot of them. But I'm down to 77,000 ballistas now. Usually I want to sit around 100,000 or more. But yeah, because of all these piracies that I get, a lot of times they'll actually hit my ballistas, because they're either going to hit my range or my ballistas. Those are the only two tier 1, my lowest tier troops. So those are the only two options for that. So I'm also getting scouted here as well. Another one of them ported next to me. So I'm like sitting here like, is this going to be a gangbang or not? I'm like, what are they doing? I'm like, yeah, none of these guys really have amazing gear, so I'm not really worried or anything like that. So I'm not going to heal or anything like that. I don't really need to. Like, even if both of these guys attack me at the same time or whatever, I was like, yeah, that's not even going to fill my infirmary, so I'm not going to really worry about that. And now I'm getting pirates by this guy as well. Another person's familiar attacking me, another guy's pouring next to me. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll finally get some action here. But I was like, or is it just gonna be a bunch of piracies? Because yeah, they hit me like 4 times with these piracies. Like, what the hell's going on? So anyways, so this will be actually probably the last clip in this video. So I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. I will have some more 1000 IQ traps coming out. I think I have a top 5 traps of the week coming out tomorrow, so look out for that. Another video coming out this weekend probably as well, so keep an eye out for all those videos. I will try to have a video almost every day, so keep an eye out for those videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. They're just going to start a rally here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.